keep telling yourself you're keeping options open. No, you're rehearsing weakness. The modern world doesn't break you with force, it breaks you with access. Half-open doors, soft invitations. Just in case. Every open door splits your mind. Every split leaks energy. Every leak makes you negotiable. While you protect possibilities, someone else is protecting position. Here's the truth you avoid. The moment you refuse to close a door, you become steerable. A delayed reply moves you. A compliment tilts you. A hint of guilt bends you. Because you're not afraid of loss, you're afraid of closure. That fear is the leash. You mistake options for freedom. They aren't. The man addicted to options never commits. The man who never commits never consolidates power. And the man without power exists for other people's use. This isn't a speech, it's a warning. Law 1. Sever access without explanation. You've seen the consequence of open doors up close. There's a man at work who's always available, always agreeable, always saying yes. He calls it reliability. It's not. It's extractability. He's not valued. He's consumed. Everyone plugs into him. Everyone drains him. No one elevates him. Why would they? Promoting him would remove a useful resource. So they don't. Instead, they feed him delay. Soon, you're important. We see your potential. Crumbs, measured just enough to keep him hopeful. And he swallows it because closing the door would force him to admit the truth. He's being farmed. That's modern control. Quiet, professional, polite. And it works because you still believe clarity comes from outside. It doesn't. When you discipline yourself enough to close doors, you don't just regain focus. You remove yourself from other people's strategies. You stop being a variable they can adjust. You become a fixed object they must work around. That's domination, not aggression. Finality. Law 2. Expose soft sabotage and withdraw. You've lived this one, a supportive friend, smiling, present, until you win. Then it's a joke, a smirk, must be nice. Nothing confrontational, nothing clean. Just enough venom to make you explain yourself. And you do. You shrink. You soften the victory so they can survive it. That's not friendship. That's a dominance probe. They're asking one question: will you reduce yourself to preserve access? Because your growth threatens their position. So they don't attack you directly. They slow you down. Quiet hesitation is the goal, not loud failure. And it works when you keep the door open, when you pretend you didn't notice, when you mistake tolerance for maturity. Closing that door isn't dramatic, it's surgical. Men who require approval fear silence. Men who command space are comfortable with it. When you master your internal restraint, you gain leverage externally. You stop rewarding subtle disrespect. You force others to meet you cleanly, or not at all. That's how hierarchy clarifies itself. Law 3. Become unnegotiable at the first test. Now dating, not romance, reality. The test always comes early. A cancellation, a triangulation, a joke that lands sideways. You think it's about confidence or insecurity. It isn't. It's about structure. Are you a wall or a curtain? If you explain, you're a curtain. If you negotiate, you're a curtain. If you over-text, over-apologize, over-justify, you're handing them the controls. They don't need to be malicious. Human nature takes the path of least resistance. If you're easy to push, you'll be pushed. Some of the softest people are the most strategic. Sensitivity becomes camouflage. Tears become leverage. Warmth becomes currency. You say no. They don't argue. They withdraw. Cold, disappointed, quiet. and your nervous system scrambles to repair it. You explain, you soften, you pay. That's the trap. The moment you start managing their emotions, you're owned. You're now working for access, and the punishment is never loud. It's distance, it's tension, it's subtle erosion of respect. Starvation training. This works because you were conditioned to fear closed doors. Loss, misunderstanding, regret. So you keep threads alive that should have been cut. You answer messages that drain you. You consider what you already know is wrong. Every open door costs you focus, identity, momentum. It costs the version of you that doesn't hesitate. Internal discipline creates external dominance because it eliminates delay. Delay is where manipulation lives. A man with too many doors open has no direction. A man with no direction becomes infrastructure for other people's agendas. They start small, you comply. They push lightly, you tolerate. They mock as a joke, you laugh. They stall you, you wait. That's how harmless men are manufactured. Ruthless men do one thing differently. They close doors fast. Not emotionally, precisely. They don't stay in status-leaking conversations. They don't maintain relationships that require self-betrayal. They don't work for promises. They don't entertain maybe from people testing leverage. They understand one rule. If you don't choose your path, someone else will assign your function, and that function will always be useful. Your mind will resist now. It will ask, what if I close the wrong door? Good. That fear proves your addiction. Every door you keep open keeps you small. You can live as potential, half built, half committed, forever almost. Or you can burn exits, not theatrically, quietly. You stop responding to disrespect. You stop chasing lukewarm offers. You stop explaining boundaries. You stop justifying decisions to people who benefit from your confusion. You don't announce it. You disappear from games designed for you to lose. Then watch. Manipulators panic. Guilt gets louder. Silence becomes aggressive. Because the door's locked, that's when truth shows itself. Who respected you? Who fed on you? Consequences reveal alignment. And here is the final weapon. You become a man who can walk away without needing to be understood. That need is the crack. That need is the chain. That need is the fog. So you become clean, decisive, unreadable, respectful, unbargainable. You don't threaten. You don't argue. You don't perform for crumbs. You choose, and you live with it. Options become power. Access becomes selective. Discipline becomes dominance. Predators don't hunt strength. They hunt hesitation. Now you know the game. The only question left is whether you step out of it or stay available. If you want part 2, subscribe. Next, we go colder.
Thanks for spending time with us. If this sparked a new way of thinking, hit like and subscribe to keep the ideas flowing. And don't forget, check the description for the links to the resources and the original books we used today. We'll see you in the next one.